Hey guys, this is a video on how to clean all your brass and copper parts for your mods using all household ingredients. So let's get in the kitchen and see how we do it. Alright guys, so the first few things you're going to need vinegar, you need baking soda, and you need salt. You're also going to need really hot water. I usually do just boiling water, which I have going on right over here, right now. Just show you what these look like now. So you can see there's a lot of debris on that right now. It's on the brass portion of the vanilla. You can see like there's a little gunkiness going on in there. You'll see how easily this takes care of all that. There you go. You see a bunch of little pieces in there. See, maybe in there you might be able to see some of that too. There you go. I could see that through the viewfinder. Hopefully you guys can see that on the screen. Alright, so I just put salt right on this, just like that. Good amount. As far as vinegar, you need about half a cup or so. I'm just going to add just like a pretty generous amount, not too much. You don't have to go too much. I mean, vinegar's cheap. You know, you get this whole bottle from Aldi's by us. You know, it's like 89 cents, right? And you need really hot water, which I have right here. Just finished boiling, and we're going to dump that right on all the parts. You might even be able to see already how, just from me pouring that, how things are already getting shinier. And basically doing this, we're going to have a chemical reaction take care of all the hard parts for us. So I just do a quick little mix like this. And that's not even for any other reason, just to kind of mix together all the ingredients. Now we'll just let this sit for, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so. While that is going on, the next thing you want to do is prepare your baking soda portion of this. Now this is a big trick that I learned just along the way, and just, you know, through Reddit and stuff, is, you know, I used to do the vinegar thing, but I would notice that it would corrode again very quickly. What the baking soda mixture is going to do, and this is only towards the end, you only need like a tiny bit, you know, maybe like a tablespoon or so. There's the remainder of our hot water. We'll pour it right in here and let it sit for a minute. Basically, what this is going to do is it's going to neutralize the acidity of the vinegar, and this is going to help it not just, you know, go right back to, you know, being corroded, I should say. We're going to let that sit for a minute, and we'll come back in 1 second. Okay, so it hasn't even been 5 minutes. It's been more like 3 minutes, 4 minutes at tops. And I want to already show you what this looks like. Now, this is the pin from the beginning that had a lot of corrosion on it. And now you can see this pin is in good shape now. Shouldn't have any issues. Nice and shiny. So I'm going to dump that. This is just fresh water over here, clean water. So we're going to take all these little pins and just do a little rinse like this. This is just to get most of the vinegar off. Okay. And the mod itself, I'm going to rinse in the sink. All the parts that were sitting in the vinegar are now sitting in here in just regular water. The mod itself I rinsed out in under the sink. This is the water that has the baking soda in it. Now this is going to neutralize any remaining vinegar that is on these parts. There we go. Give that a bit of a mix. You don't have to go nuts. Awesome. We got to do our last fresh water bath. Mod. I made this cold, so this way it'll take off the heat. And that'll take the heat out very quickly from all the metal. So they went from pretty much being too hot to even touch to being fine. Now I can pick them up, no problem. All right. Now let's see. This is the same threads that before you saw were all gunked up. And now they're nice and shiny and clean. There you go, nice and shiny. Look nothing like that. Okay, last thing we got to do is just dry it all. So one of the things you could do is just, I like to just put it all on a paper towel. take another paper towel and just get in there and dry everything. The good thing about doing it this way too is if there is any other debris left over, this while you're drying it and rubbing up on these threads like that, it will get the rest of that out for you. I try to do this on a weekly basis, and that helps from things getting too gunked up where you actually got to put a lot of elbow grease into it, because the whole point is to let the science do the work for you. And just go through and just dry everything off. Just make sure you get in there. Like see, I'm getting in there, making sure that's dry. If you pull out and this tip is still wet, then I'm going to go again and I'm going to find another edge. Go in there. You just want to make sure everything is nice and dry before you just slam it all back together again. And that's it. This technique will work for brass and copper, which is great for mods like the vanilla, which is made of brass and copper. If you had noticed before anybody even asks, this is the one part to the bottom of the mod that usually has like the Delrin piece. Mine, I made probably because it's a clone or whatever, mine comes out. So I think that is not normal. So maybe if you were, like when I do some of my other mods where the Delrin pieces are, kind of permanently attached to the copper parts or whatever it is, then maybe I'll make sure like my water isn't like boiling hot, but just hot enough, like letting your hot water run from the sink till it's as hot as possible. That isn't gonna melt your Delrin or anything like that. So that's pretty much it. And you see, like, you get some of this gunk, like some of this stuff, that will not come out, but now it's very loosened from what we did. And then when you get in there, it's gonna just come right out, no problem. See, like these inner threads, I like to like kind of do this, right? And then I'll use my thumb to roll it. And this way I'm putting a nice amount of tension on the paper towel and the threads. Nothing really even came out anyway. I mean, this technique really does rock. It makes it very simple. You don't have to spend like a ton of time or, anything like that. I mean, this is all going to be done in under 10 minutes back together, and I'll be vaping again. And then I won't have to worry about it for at least a week, depending on how, the environment that my mod is in. This little guy, just got to make sure he's nice and dry. These like inner ones like this is like the positive pin, right? And this is like what actually touches the addy. I mean, look at that. Look at how shiny that came out. I mean, you can't get much better than this, I mean, there might be stuff on the market to do stuff like this even easier or better or something like that, but I mean, this is like household, DIY, straight up, just doing it real quick. I mean, this thing is a clone. I mean, because I don't have like $180 for like, real mods. So, I'm on a budget. This kind of goes along with that. With these bottom pins like this, like the negative pins, right? And they have like the flat head or something like that. I'll literally grip it in the paper towel nice and firm, use my fingernail and go back and forth, right? Then I'll do a 180 and do it again. This way I'm making sure I'm putting that pressure on all the threads equally in the end. See if we even got any dirt. No, nothing really. See, some of these did have a little gunk on it still. But again, whatever it even doesn't get off, it's going to be so much looser now from this chemical reaction that you'll be able to wipe it off easily. And I'll just wipe until my last wipe doesn't give me anything. Like when you're wiping your butt. All nice and shiny. Everybody's happy. Look at that. This thing's going to hit like it's brand new. It really is. Alright, so that's all the pieces done. Bang! Well, that's it. Hopefully that works for you guys like it has for me. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, click subscribe. Thanks again for watching.